That's pretty.
Hello, my name's Corey Rindler, and this is the EQ project for Audio Electronics 112. We will be working with capacitors and resistors. So, right here, we have the CD player and the speaker, and I'm just going to plug them in with nothing between the two, and press play. Everything's hooked up, there's nothing between them. Press play, and it just comes out. Pause that. So, but now we're going to start adding in some stuff. So we have right here is a resistor, and it is a 100 ohm resistor. It's got brown, black, brown, gold is its color bands. We're going to add it in series. So we're going to plug it in with this. It's not on the ground side, so it will affect the sound on the speaker. Need another alligator clip. Okay. And then it's not playing, so it's not gonna happen right away. And then I'm gonna press play. And I don't know if you can still hear it, but it is definitely a lot quieter. So let me next time it'll just start playing when I plug in the next one. And right there, if there's 8 ohms resistance in the speaker, it's just going to be 108 right there because you just add in the 100 ohms from the resistor. And then I got another resistor, and as a matter of fact, it's another 100 ohm resistor, brown, black, brown, gold, and plus or minus 5% on both of them. And let me plug those in with it, still not on the ground. Got to get another alligator clip. And there's one. So it should start playing as soon as I plug this in, and something did come unhooked, but it's okay. Yeah. The ground came unhooked. And it's quieter, but it's not like as big of a difference as it was before. I don't know if you can still hear it, but it's not like you can't hear it at all. And so that would be a 208 ohms resistance because you just add them all together. If they were in parallel, you would take the reciprocals, which is what I'm going to do next. So this might take a little bit to put together. Let me just get everything out of the way. And so to do this, I'm going to take a little bit of thinking. So we have there, and it's going to go to the ground, but there's also going to be a way for it to go to the speaker. So, and then we need the second one in there. Where did it go? There it is. And take another alligator clip and attach it on to another alligator clip, which is going to hook in with the other ones going to the ground. There's going to be 3 attached there. I should have set that up better, but it'll work. Okay. And then we're going to also have another alligator clip that takes this now to the speaker. And then I need to hook up the ground as well there. But then after that, unless something came unhooked, which would be unfortunate, we should get sound. But it should be a high-pass filter. Nope. I don't know. So it's just a lot muffled sound. It's like the volume hasn't been changed at all, but it sounds a lot more muffled. And because to figure out the amount of ohms of resistance, you're going to take the reciprocals of the 100s and the 8, so it would be like 1 over 8 plus 1 over 100 plus 1 over 100 equals 1 over the answer. And I've done the math, and it comes out to 6.75. It would be 6.76 using significant figures. Okay, so we're done with resistors. Well, we're done with those resistors. We're going to go into a variable resistor now, which I have right here. So much stuff. Okay, so to do that, we're going to take some alligator clips. Take it from one of coming from the CD player. I'm going to attach that to the middle one on the variable resistor, and take and then I'm going to take another one, attach it to the right side, and put that onto the input of the speaker. And then I got to again once again take something to go for the ground, obviously. And here we go. Sounds like we have a short somewhere. Oh. So it's like a volume knob, but it changes really drastically, really fast. Alright, so then that. Now we go on a capacitor. Right here we have a 100 microfarad capacitor, and I'm going to put this in series with the speaker now. So again, want to take all these alligator clips off everything. There's so many of them. Alright, so I have it on the capacitor, and it's going to go to the output of the CD player. Then it's going to go from there to the input of the speaker. And then back again. To So it doesn't sound like much has happened, but it definitely sounds more like muffled. It's not as clear as it was before. And then to figure out the amount of capacitance, you take the reciprocals, since it's in series, and add them together. So it's 1 over 10, 1 over 10, yeah, microfarads. Is just the answer. So it's 1 over 10 equals 0.1 microfarads of capacitance in this. Okay, then I'm going to add in a second one in series, so that won't take as much work because I have most of it set up already then. Alright, so the other capacitor is right here, again, a 10 microfarad capacitor. So we have it plugged in there. Need another alligator clip. It's not a good one. Okay. Clipped on, and then all I'll have to do is alright, so it's to the funky section of the, so that's not really why it's doing that, but it's a lot more muffled now. There's almost no like bass end to the sound. I don't know if you can hear it. I have the volume up all the way. Well, I guess I didn't, but it doesn't change it much. So there goes back to the bass part. You can still hear the bass, but it's a lot more muffled than it sounded before. Okay, now to put the two capacitors in parallel, but it's a really goofy parallel setup, and I'm kind of like excited to see how it sounds. So let's get this set up. I'm just going to leave the one that goes from the ground now, so I don't have to keep worrying about that. Just completely start from scratch for this because it's goofy. Okay, so we have right here. So then I'm going to go from the output of the CD player into one of the capacitors, which is going to go on to the input of the speaker. And that's going to be the same sound we had before, but now we add in the second one. With that, it's going to go from where other capacitor is there it is, to the other capacitor. Okay, and then from that to the input as well. And I didn't hear any difference there. And so, from what I was figuring out, looking at the schematic, what it's going to do, it's going to be a high-pass filter. Turn this down a little bit. And then, so the low pass is going to go on, but it's going to go on to the other capacitor of the same strength. And so what's going to happen is you're just going to have, it's going to like high-pass what's already been high-pass, and you're not going to have any change. But, well, you're going to have a little bit of change, but not much. But to figure out the amount of capacitance that was doing it, I figured that you would take the reciprocal still, but you would take the reciprocal of each and add those reciprocals. And so you'd have 1 over 10 plus 1 over, and then you could have that answer and add that to the answer of 1 over 10 again. So it's going to be 10 microfarads plus 10 microfarads. So it's going to be 20 microfarads is the amount of capacitance in this. And so thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my project.